I'm not gonna lie. If there was a Fed or like a marshal sitting up on that mountain and just like taking a photograph of this, that'd be sick. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So I want to temper your expectations before you hear this. Is that this is not a surefire thing, but I will say that if the DOJ does not take what you're about to hear seriously, it's all. Steve, do you want to
Yeah.
tell them what happened?
I got a phone call. Well, I didn't. My boys got a phone call from Lucas Miller and Denzel Shiesty earlier on. Wanted us to go to MRPD, just 2 or 3 of us. No guns, no masks. We went to the back of MRPD. They brought us into the interrogation room. We were on the police side of the one-way window with Denzel. And Lucas Miller came into the interrogation room on the other side of the glass, showing us the class 2s that they got from your raid. They had forced, or not forced us, they told us to put our phones in a locker, all that kind of stuff before we went in there. However, they didn't take James Malding's news camera. So we got pictures of Lucas Miller holding all of your weapons.
Jesus Christ.
How this benefits you, Flippy, is that by all intents and purposes, there's something called chain of custody. Now, chain of custody is something that lightly exists in Los Santos, or has historically, but no, as far as I'm aware, this has not been tested in this new DOJ system. Now, what that means is in other cities, when a raid is conducted or evidence is found, it needs to be bagged, dated. The officer signs in it. When it goes to evidence, they document the handoff. It's very intricate. In Los Santos, obviously you can't do all those things, right? It's just the city moves too quick. However, this is a case where this property was raided. They got all the contents. First off, did they take a photo of where they took it from? Right? Secondly, when they put it into the evidence locker, did they take a photo? Let's ignore all that for a second. Let's say they did it all right. That raid completed. They then took that evidence out to show another gang. They are tampering with their own evidence, and they're mishandling the evidence. And if they are mishandling the evidence from even just a couple guns, you then have to ask what other how much of that evidence was tampered for. You have to throw it out. And if all that evidence is thrown out, and it needs to be, then there is no raid. There is no evidence from the raid.
The guns are gone, but it could save the house and it could save the jail fines.
Yeah.
There's something else. Crane woke up. You never know if the guys may be willing to take a interesting case here.
Jordan was already tweeting at him to call him, so he's probably already reached out.
Ooh. I can call him. I've always been pretty, like, whether he was judge or whatever the f he was doing, I always had a good relation with him.
Hey Jordan, I'm with Flippy right now. That's why I hung up. Is it about, the raid and all that? I called Crane, but he didn't pick up. So could be a different number. He may just be, in his house up north. Talk to you soon. Like I said, temper your expectations with this, because the DOJ could literally just be like, well, whatever, it was still in the police department. But that would be such a dog shit precedence to set. That raid happened. The evidence was in the evidence locker. They chose to pull it out while people are still on HUT and display it to other members. Now, here's the thing that really helps you, is that, like you said, the PD has never seen those shotguns in those photos and has not seen those PDWs. And therefore, those are the weapons from the raid. They cannot use it in court. It needs to be thrown out.
I did also hear Denzel radio to Lucas Miller saying to take the equipment out of evidence to show us. Like those were the words he used. Take them out of evidence.
You wanna know, add on to that, what I found out in prison? Apparently they were also going through our stashes before anything got approved.
Huh?
The two girls that were inside overheard them talking about like, don't go through that or something like that. And like, I don't remember the full context of it. I don't
Fuck, I don't have
remember
time.
fully how it went
Unlucky.
down. The girls are gonna have to tell you, but all I know is they were going through the stashes of the house already before a raid got approved.
Oh my god. Wait, so holy shit. Holy, they're fucked. I feel like as soon as this goes up, there needs to be a motion to there needs to be a motion made to get rid of all that evidence before the court case.
And
Oh my
I don't really
god.
know how all this lockdown procedures work and everything, but like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's crazy to me that like, so they had a bunch of people in the house.
Yeah.
So they also had a few cops in the pier because they had a bunch of people that they're like arresting in the shootout.
I was in
They
the back of the car with Peters, and he got radioed in. The Peters drove to the house, and Den was outside as along with two other cops, and I had just gotten access to the radio, and yeah, apparently there was that huge shootout on the pier that you're mentioning, and they did not go to it. They kept the 5-6 cops at Mirror
yeah,
Park.
we were shooting cops. 'Cause I told my boys, listen, if there's any chance of them leaving the house, they're gonna we should go shoot a bunch of cops down. We shot like 4 or 5 cops down at the pier. Then I guess eventually they end up breaking off because like we put so many down and we got chased throughout the city. These guys
Mhm.
already had locked down the property. I swear to you,
Oh, this was all from the same shit.
yeah, the place was already on lockdown.
Um,
And I swear it was in lockdown. I mean, at least, hey, that's how I'll push it, you know, to the DOJ or whatever the. But like, I mean, if they looked through our stashes and saw our guns, of course they're gonna lock that down. But I don't
they
know.
so here's the argument that would be made is that okay, this is really good. Because okay, um let's say because they claim they saw guns, so I'm assuming it's like gun racks and shit, or like boxes of money, or like you know, all the things that you if you see that, they can file. If someone sees that, right, they can file a search like a raid warrant. However, if they are inspecting in advance of a raid warrant, now all of a sudden that raid warrant is being written in bad faith, in my opinion. Now, my first question becomes, was it big boxes or were they like gun racks and shit?
Yeah, they're gun racks.
So this is where it gets a little weird, right? And I don't know how to put this in any other way. Is that, oh man. So the problem is that you now get affected by something called plain sight doctrine, which means that if in like if law enforcement is um like, you know, they see something in plain sight, like it's right there while they're conducting their duties, they have the right to like drugs or whatever. They can take it. But it's a little weird with the racks because it's like, is something in it or is it not? You know what I'm saying? Is
Yeah, I
something
mean,
there? Or is something not there? I don't know the answer to that.
yeah, I mean, if that's the case, I'm just gonna have a bunch of boxes throughout my house, bro. I'll
Yeah,
nicely and safely organize my guns next time, bro.
and that's probably what it's all about, right? It's I think that might be a hard one to. I don't know how the fabric is entwined when it comes to that. You know
I
what
don't
I'm
know
saying?
if that's the situation. It's kind of because, like, I mean, hey, I don't know. That's weird because,
You
like,
get what I'm saying, right?
obviously, I don't want
You
to
and I
fucking
might
have my
see.
guns out there showing them, but like, it's just the most convenient thing for us because of like, you know, I don't know, space and stuff. I don't know, but
Yeah,
that's
of
just a
course.
weird one, I guess.
It is. It's one of those things where you and I could see green, but someone else could say red. But who
Yeah.
decides what color it is?
Mm-hmm. I get it.
Do you? Oh man. Yeah, I would say that's going to be a tougher one because it's it's a fabric of the city sort of problem. But oh my god, I genuinely think you have a fighting chance here, and I'm going to go as far as saying that if the DOJ allows this evidence to get entered in when officers are pulling evidence out of evidence lockers, then they are beyond cooked. It's and I'm putting my foot down on it.
I mean,
Bro, and there was like a couple cops in the house. Literally, like, bro, they literally saw a cop. The cops saw a cop go through our stashes.
Do you know, was it the gun rack or was it like a box?
I have no idea.
Can you find out? That's going to
Yeah.
be critical. Because if it's a gun rack, it's a fabric thing, you know? But if it was not a gun rack, then it's easy to bring it up. You get what I'm saying, right? Because otherwise we'll be debating
Green and red.
something out of our hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
the fact that they
I'm gonna
took evidence out as well in front of 3 gang members.
Bro,
when
that is so dumb.
Like, yes, he was on the other side of the glass, right? But I was in there with knuckle dusters. I could have knocked out Shiesty. I could have took his keys. I could have, God knows what I could have pulled. There was 3 of us in there and 2 of them. And that evidence for that court case could have then been in the possession of the manor. So if that's not tampering with evidence, then I don't know what the fuck is.
Look, I'm gonna just be straight with you. If this doesn't get thrown out and the judges are cool with it, I'm stepping down. Just straight up. And I'm saying it because this is so cooked, it's not worth it at a certain point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just exhausting to hear this. It's one of those, like, you take a step forward and you get nudged back 3 steps.
It's crazy. I don't know, bro. This guy, Denzel, is such a clown, man. I think, bro, I don't know. This guy has been wanting something from Hydra for so long that, like, I think he was willing to do anything to fuck us over, I'll be honest. No, after, like, everything happened, bro, I kept calling for him to have a conversation with him. He, like, went to go pull him to talk to me and everything. This guy, like, came to my room like 3 times and walked away instantly and just never, like, to this point, like, after everything went down, he still hasn't said a word to me. And I told him multiple times I wanted to talk to him.
To Den?
Yeah.
Den is TRT is dog shit. And I look at him like you can't get rid of TRT. The police unfortunately believe its existence is valuable because they're able to produce things like this. But they don't, the problem is that PD is so cooked that they don't see a problem with how they get these arrests or where it's leading to. Or like, I was telling Steve here before that the moment Monday's court hearing concluded, the cops were in a shootout with Cypress and were surrounding Vespucci and what's his name, Dundee's little operation. Like, it's so bastardized and they don't see even the slightest issue with it. The problem is if the mental is cooked, then you can't never fix it. You know what I mean? It requires someone from the inside to literally be like, this is illegal and this is unethical, and until that happens, there's jack shit you can do.
You know what's crazy? Like, you know, like, there's like this like so-called meme going on for the PD that they're like the biggest gang in the city. But, bro, I'm not kidding you. This guy runs TRT as if it's a gang. Bro, these guys just bum rush for anyone that's selling weed, calls you beforehand, literally brags about it, sends Air One, just Air One, like, just little flaunts like all the power and all the stuff that they have. And then after the situation is over, he'll literally twat hashtag TRT. Bro,
I've been
this is some gang
documented.
shit.
It
it's
is.
some gang shit that people do.
And what makes it funnier too is after he'll do that, he'll then go do it to the next block, and they'll just chain push all the blocks that they have drug calls on.
Yesterday,
The amount of times just Saints have called me saying they just got pushed, and then 10 minutes later TRT push us. It's like it happens every time.
I noticed this yesterday while riding with Peters, to the extent that we we both sat in Den's vehicle and we saw the escalation like in like 4K, like normal traffic stop, guns pulled out, just talking shit to someone who just ran a red light. And you know, I was witness to this during the whole like drug shit, you know, down the side with you know, mana and all that. Like I saw it firsthand. I actually tried to put Den in his place yesterday, and the first thing he did, because I was joking about we're gonna put Peach in charge. Me and Peter's like, we're gonna put Peach in charge at TRT because we need someone communicating with these crews so it's not always turning into violence. What is the issue, right? Because if you can resolve the issue or dial things back, then violence doesn't need to happen. And if violence is coming, then what the is the point of a police department? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense if you're creating it. This guy immediately called his TRT boys and told them to roll through Cyprus.
Yeah, and he also
Because
called
I
every
told
gang.
him no.
Also called every gang. He literally called me and told me exactly what you told me, and then he's like, "Hold up, I'm gonna have to call more people." He was calling
Wait,
gangs,
what
bro.
happened?
He was calling gangs and telling him everything about like him not leading TRT for 3 days or something.
Well, I caught him doing that, and I said, "Listen, Mr. Checkers, all right, I knew exactly that's exactly it. He was trying to create terrorism. I said,
and-
you're not George Bush saying that there's weapons of mass destruction in the South Side. I see what you're doing.
He wanted them to struggle and do much worse, so he can be like, I'm like I'm God, is what he's trying to do.
That's you're exactly right about that. Okay. I think what needs to happen is they're gonna be forced to put this shit on the docket in the next 48 hours. Oh shit, speed run.
Yo,
And so we gotta appeal all these charges and get it thrown out, and then after that, go for Den's job.
it's 20
And
minutes too much
dismantle
of a roleplay for
TRT.
me. Come on, Medi, bro. Come on, too much roleplay.
Wait, what do you mean?
Deal with it. It's 20 minutes of roleplay, bro. That's too much.
What do you
Cut you
mean?
out,
Wait, but I don't think there's a tsunami.
there is, bro.
But it's already 3 minutes
It's
past
pretty
the hour.
late.
Wait, am I in the bottom, guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yo, let's start over, guys.
Might have to
Hold on,
report
hold
you
on,
after
back
that one,
up.
bro. I don't know.
Wait, guys, listen. Wait, guys. I'm happy to meet you guys. Please. Let's Recon, please start over. Guys, let's start over, please.
Hey, what's
Nothing just happened. Nothing
Just
just
rewind. Just rewind.
the
real
raid,
quick.
bro.
Wait, are you moving right now?
Now there's
Oh,
tsunami.
wait, yeah.
Oh, now it's
Oh, it
tsunami.
is?
Okay.
Yeah, no, there is. No, there is. Saved.